You won't believe who the SEC is trying to go after next. That's what we're talking about today. But first, if you guys are enjoying these videos and you're watching a lot and you haven't done so yet, we appreciate it if you hit the like button and hit subscribe, because we put out videos every day and we're doing a lot of work to keep you guys up to date on what's happening on crypto and what is important to pay attention to. Also, if you guys want to get even more content from us, you can check out our CT Club. There's a link for that down below in the video description. Like in every single video, we do portfolio updates, market updates, trade alerts, and just more one-on-one contact with us as well. So the SEC is going after Yuga Labs, the creator of the largest, most successful, most profitable NFT out there, Bored Ape Yacht Club. So Yuga Labs is being investigated by the SEC. The SEC thinks they can get Yuga Labs caught up in their web of accusations of NFTs now being a security. If this goes down, it is setting quite a precedent for probably a lot of, if not all, NFTs out there. There's a lot of things going on with Bored Ape Yacht Club, and specifically of the benefits that you get as an owner of that NFT. There's the airdrop of ApeCoin, and there's a lot of other benefits of having that status of having that NFT. And actually, upon this news, ApeCoin is actually down 10%. Some might call this a buying opportunity because the SEC is proving time and again how desperate they are to prove that they are relevant in regulating this cryptocurrency space, yet they are failing time and again to provide any kind of proactive regulation. All they're doing is doing retroactive, reactive things like investigations, like stirring the pot and trying to get people to think, oh, now NFTs are going to be securities. They're trying to crash the cryptocurrency space. You know why? Because the SEC pockets are lined by Wall Street. If you don't believe me, look at where the funding comes from for the SEC. It gets approved by Congress, but the actual funding comes from Wall Street. So those are the interests that the SEC is protecting, and it shines a light on a lot of the reasons of why the SEC acts the way it does. Now let's take a real look at this. The SEC, they're classic for investigating or launching lawsuits against a lot of ICOs, which most of the case are scammy and they are really shallow and they are securities. And a lot of these ICOs, I think Veritasium is a very famous example of this, will settle for millions and millions of dollars and stop issuing their token because it's an unregistered security at that point. And so the SEC gets a lot of settlements. It did get a lot of settlements until they try to go after Ripple and XRP, and they've been fighting that court case for 2 years, and it's looking pretty positive now that the SEC is going to be losing that court case. We will be finding out, I think, in a few months what's actually going to happen. More recently, this summer, Grayscale launched a lawsuit against the SEC because they keep denying a Grayscale ETF. And now the SEC is going over the largest, most successful, most profitable, most famous NFT platform and producer, that is Yuga Labs. And if Yuga Labs steps up to the plate and they take on this lawsuit, if this eventually, they're just investigating it. It's not saying that it actually is a security, so there's a lot of fear and misinformation out there. But if this does turn into a lawsuit, the SEC is going to be so busy finishing up the case with Ripple, tackling and initializing this case with Grayscale, and now they're going to be doing another lawsuit against the NFT, the pretty profitable, well-lined pockets of Yuga Labs. And so, in my opinion, I think we're watching a little bit the demise of the SEC. They're like Rome. They're trying to conquer too much too fast, and they're going to be just proving themselves time and again that they're irrelevant. Not to mention the fact that they're setting a lot of precedents against themselves time and again. I think they're going to lose the case against Ripple. I think they're going to lose the case against Grayscale. And they're probably, if there is a case against Yuga Labs, they're probably going to lose that one too. So Goodbye SEC and everyone who's worrying about, securities and cryptocurrencies. Now, all of this to say, I think a lot of people are rooting for the CFTC to start regulating cryptocurrencies, but who's to say they're going to be any better? Anyone who's
They're not.
Thank you, Toby. They're not. Anyone who's rooting for regulations in the cryptocurrency space is close, but not quite getting it. This is a free market. We will regulate itself. Code regulates itself. It functions as it is written, and the projects that should fail do, especially during bear markets like we're seeing. A lot of the BS is getting washed out, and that's for the better of this whole cryptocurrency space. That's gonna wrap it up, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you enjoyed this, please hit the like button and hit subscribe if you haven't yet already. My name is Heidi, and this is Crypto Tips.